I'd like to go back to begin to your visit to UNLV. That was June 25th, and I just want to read you directly what you said at that time. You said, as Nevadans are well aware, we will need to solve complex problems of moving and storing materials that will always need safeguarding, in reference to nuclear storage. We will need to do all of these things and do them right, as we have done great things before. Why not hit the word Yucca Mountain right on point and talk to Nevadans about the Yucca Mountain project while you were here?
I've been right on point, and I'll continue to be. Yucca Mountain, I think, it needs to be used as long as it meets the environmental and safety standards that are necessary. But let me also tell you what we need. We need to reprocess spent nuclear fuel, and that way we can reduce the amount of waste. Senator Obama opposes both storage and reprocessing. The French, the British, and the Japanese now all reprocess. That could reduce the amounts of that dramatically. And finally, could I just mention, I was at a nuclear power plant in Michigan recently. They've got a pool there with spent nuclear fuel in it. We've got these pools all over America. It is a significant national security risk. So we got to do something with the spent nuclear fuel as we build new nuclear power plants, which I think we can build 45 of by the year 2030.
You don't feel that your position on Yucca takes you out of play in winning Nevada?
No, but I think most people in Nevada know that we have to store. They also know that I am supportive if we meet the environmental and safety requirements. And so I think the people of Nevada will select who they think can guide us in these very great challenges we face, including the economy here in Nevada.
As you know, Republicans tend to do well in the northern part of the state and the rural parts of the state, but it's more of a fight here in southern Nevada and Clark County, where we have a very strong union presence. The culinary union alone has 60,000 members. For members of various unions, including the culinary, that might be watching this interview, give them one reason to not go with what their union says, which is to vote for Barack Obama. Why should they consider voting for you?
Jobs, taxes, and an economy that will improve dramatically. I believe that people should not have their taxes increased. Senator Obama wants to increase their taxes. I think the government should not run health care in America. Senator Obama does. And security. I'll tell you, in those unions, there's a whole lot of veterans and a whole lot of people who have served our country. And they know that I would make a commander-in-chief that they could rely on.
If I could draw on your experience in the U.S. Senate, you probably are aware that we've had quite a few workplace fatalities in the state with all these projects here on the Strip. Federal OSHA and the state component here in Nevada have been under scrutiny. What is your view of OSHA? Do you think it just complicates things for employers, or do you think it's an important part of the fabric of America for the American worker?
I think it's a very important part of America for the American worker. This goes back to the days of Teddy Roosevelt, when they had terrible conditions in some workplaces in America. We have an obligation as a federal government to do what we can to help protect the lives and safety of the American worker.
And as president,
oh yes.
Is there nothing on your agenda that would weaken OSHA or OSHA protections for the American worker?
Oh no, look. These are hard-working Americans, probably the hardest working Americans. I don't mean to be comparative, but the fact is these people work so hard in this construction business. It's inherently dangerous. So we've got to provide them with all the safety and protections that we can.
All right. Senator, what would you like to say? Is there something that's on your mind?
Well, the only thing that I'd like to say is that I realize that in Nevada, housing is a huge issue. I think we ought to have a plan that allows a homeowner to go down and get a 30-year FHA guaranteed loan, 30-year loan, at the new value of their home, so they can stay in their home. Nevada is hurting in their economy in many ways, but the housing crisis is really vital. And we've got to help people stay in their homes, not reward the greedy speculator that came to Arizona or Nevada and bought 2 houses and decided to leave them empty. But we've got to help people stay in their homes.